I call Darian and Fenton.
Thank you very much, Mr Chair. And, can I say in my opening comments around the title of this bill that, how disappointed I am that the outgoing chair of the Transport and Industrial Relations Select Committee and other members of the Transport and Industrial Relations Select Committee who sat and listened to submissions from the industry around the road user charges bill have said nothing in this debate. And I think they've demonstrated their contempt for the industry by not making any contribution. And I mean, I would have thought, in the last stages of this bill, on the title, at least we could have a contribution from David Bennett. But of course, we all know that David Bennett's his parliamentary career is a bit limited, and he certainly won't be the chair of the Transport and Industrial Relations Select Committee. And we know, we do know that there's going to be issues after the election. Oh, well, that got him going. I'm glad the members. Now the members woken up. Mr Chair, I just want to address the issue of the title, because what the title says, Clause 1 of the bill says this Act is the Road User Charges Act 2010. And I want to ask the Minister and the Chair, I know he's looking at his magazine and reading stuff, but, not really paying attention, but I do want to ask the Minister and the Chair if that is intentional, or he hasn't quite caught up to the fact that it's now 2011. It's not 2010
you must be
anymore.
The shining star.
Must be, it's now 2010. Pardon? Well, okay, you can have your joke, but we'll talk about that after the election. But I have a serious question. Of the Minister and the Chair, and he's not answering actually, and I would like him to take a call. Is it 2011 or is it 2010? Is it 2011 or is it 2010? And I don't hear the ex-chair of the Transport and Industrial Relations
You can't make a contribution on the bill, can you?
Any intention that...
Say something useful.
That's right. The chair doesn't even know it's 2011, actually. He hasn't worked out there's an election this year. He's still living in the past. Living in the past, as this bill shows, when it says in the title...
Sorry to interrupt the member. The time has come for me to report progress.
The House is resumed.
Mr Speaker, the committee has considered the Road User Charges Bill and reports progress. The committee has also considered the National Animal Identification and Tracing Bill and reports no progress. Mr Speaker, I move that the report be adopted.
Question is that the report be adopted. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The Road User Charges Bill is set down for further consideration next sitting day, and the National Animal Identification Tracing Bill is set down for consideration next sitting day. With that, the House now stands adjourned until 2 p.m. tomorrow. Good evening, everyone.